What is going on, guys? We are back with another video today, and we are doing another rebuild on Madden 22, and today we are doing a realistic style rebuild of the Philadelphia Eagles, who continue to underperform. I will say their roster has taken a bit of a hit since the old Nick Foles Super Bowl run, but I still think it's strange how the offensive line does kind of seem to be underperforming still. I don't know if the age is kicking in or what's the story. I will say, though, from what I've seen, sometimes, which is kind of fair, Jalen Hurts doesn't trust the line at times, and he will overplay and get himself in trouble, but he has still made some pretty cool plays. Obviously, he's still getting used to things. He still has some receivers that kind of fail to get open at times. He's missing some throws here and there, but it's still too early to tell what they're going to see from Jalen Hurts down the line. As far as a Madden franchise goes, I would not want to use him here for this rebuild because he's just such a low, starting prospect, normal dev, low throw power. He's kind of low on the ratings. As far as using, I think he would be insanely fun to use, and I really hope we get a chance to use him by the end of this Madden. Look at the speed, 87 speed, 89 excel, 88 agility. Looks super fun to use. But obviously, as far as the rebuild goes, that speed doesn't really play a factor too much. Even if you use Baltimore, you're not going to get a whole lot out of him. We got an upgrade. Oh, 2 points of upgrade. Put him on our training, of course. And, hey, he gets a throw power out the gate. 87 throw power. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Of course, we have the 1-3 start set in the scheduling thing. The offense, I believe everyone that's supposed to, technically Brooks isn't supposed to play till like week 4 or 5, but close enough, right? I think he's coming off of IR very soon here. But overall, everything is pretty much fair. Everyone that's healthy is healthy. Everyone that's not is not. Defensively, there's some problems. Obviously, Brandon Graham, I think, was lost for the season, which is unfortunate. There might have been another injury. I don't know. I apologize if I'm not 100% sure with this, but I will say this for a fact. This Eagles defense in real life is really bad. It is playing like one of the worst defenses maybe in the entire league at this point. Obviously, they brought in Steven Nelson to try and help the cornerbacks. Slay was a really good addition, obviously, but he is only one guy. As a Packers fan, I also know this pain. Obviously, the safeties, they're okay. They're okay. Linebacker play. I know Jalen Smith was a rival, but maybe you should have seen him go there. Maybe not for him, per se, but as far as, for the team itself, maybe, go for him. Philadelphia has been in, coverage linebacker need for so freaking long. It hurts, but they still refuse to go for someone, which is really interesting. I mean, I don't even remember the last time they had a solid inside linebacker like D'Amico Ryans. I don't even remember how many years he was there, but maybe D'Amico Ryans, like that's it, basically. But the good thing is, this roster being quote-unquote bad or not ready is not for nothing. They do have some nice draft picks coming up. Who knows what you're going to get from the Colts? They're not off to a great start. Miami's not off to a great start. Maybe this team is drafting 3 times in the top 10, which would be insane. That obviously helps you, especially if you decide to use 1 or 2 of those picks to trade down again, which honestly, maybe you do that. I don't know. It's the Eagles aren't in the greatest cap situation. Drafting 3 guys in the top 10 definitely doesn't help that situation. So, I mean, maybe. We'll see. So, we failed on a sweat breakout, but Derek Barnett, the defensive end with DT speed, now has star development. I actually thought he was already star. Okay. But 10K XP, star development, that's a win. Speaking of a win, it would be a huge win for you and me if you maybe left a like, maybe you subscribed, maybe you did all those things, maybe you checked out the second channel, PKer Plays, where I do non-Madden stuff. Maybe you follow me on Twitter, JeromePkr. You know what? Maybe you follow me on twitch.tv/JeromePkr. Maybe there's a stream tonight. Who freaking knows? Maybe you get lucky, maybe I don't get lucky. Who knows? But hey, hello, Philadelphia. Where'd you get the money? Give it back. Dallas Goedert gets a 4-year 30, which is a win for us. And, I mean, not a loss for him, but I wouldn't go around saying that was a massive win for him. Maddox, when he's healthy, is not a bad number 3, so we'll probably give him the contract. Derek Barnett got to star, which is just great news for everyone, obviously. Does he still get a contract, though? I don't know. Like, he has 2 upgrade points. That's not massive. He's all right. I don't know. We'll see. It's a tough decision. And he did it! Miles Sanders is a superstar. He legitimately got the dev up. He's a hero. Jason Kelce. Does he actually stay around? I would assume the Eagles just sign him, but I never see him in free agency, and you used to in previous Maddens. He'll get the contract because he's a superstar. Maddox. Oh, I waited too long. I think he wanted about 5 per anyways. This just locks him in longer, unfortunately, but yeah, he's a good price. Why not? We'll keep him. I like the speed. A 2-year 18. I mean, he did get his power move up significantly. We'll do it. It's only a 2-year. 2 years, it could be worse. Yo, this is something. Devontae Smith is a superstar, like he probably deserved to be out the gate. We take those. What I tell you, Coach? Yeah, we have 2 superstars now. If only we would have got one for Hurts, he would have actually got it there. He was really good. He was like 350, 5 touchdowns, 0 picks. I don't know if we won, but I imagine so. Yeah, we did. We actually had a hell of a season. Considering you start 1-3, you finish 10-7. So here you go, Eagles fans. This is what you have to look forward to. I'm going to be honest with you, unlikely. But you win against the Panthers, you lose to the Buccaneers, but then you go on a massive win streak against the Raiders, Lions, Chargers, and Broncos. You lose to the Saints. You beat the Giants and the Jets. You lose to Washington. You beat the Giants in Washington, and then you lose to the Cowboys, going 10-7. And I did not go with the Chiefs playbook because I usually only do that as like a last resort. If it's been so long and we have such a good roster and we don't win, then I'll do it. But since that's not the case here, we stuck with the Eagles playbook, and we'll actually see how the numbers turned out. I would imagine Jalen Hurts is going to be kind of wasted here. No, he got a 4th in touchdowns. That should be easily star, right? Miles, not great, but he did all right. Devontae Smith could go to X Factor already, which would be insane. O-line blocking, Mailata, the guy that got paid a ton, did not play super well. Sack totals, Barnett was good enough. 7.5 is worth 10, or about 9 per, right? If it's only a 2-year anyways. Maddox with the 5 picks could go to superstar, which would be huge since we paid him a 4-year. Award wins, I don't think we would have had any. Maybe wide receiver. Just maybe. And we did not. We were at number 3, which is still pretty good. Yeah, no award wins, but we get to the playoffs year 1, which I didn't even expect. And then we also got some dev ups. We got Devontae Smith to superstar. We have Miles Sanders to superstar. Things are looking all right. All right, headed to the end of the game. Dallas gets the 7-point lead. They get a 10-point lead. We turn around, though, with 7 of our own. They get 7. Come on, Eagles. No, that's not a good start. Not a bad finish, but this Eagles defense is absolutely letting us down. And, yeah, it's just the defense is giving up way too many points. This Eagles fans are like, yeah, this is way too familiar. That may be the most points I've ever had scored on in a playoffs game. 59 points they scored on us. 59. Yeah, 100% the most touchdowns ever. 7 touchdowns from Dak passing. I've never seen that. That's insane. I almost just started the freaking SpongeBob intro. Aye, aye, Captain. Sack totals, it's just defense really didn't exist. Not even for them, really, but, when you put up that many points that quickly like they do, at some point it actually hurts your own defense. So, yeah, they didn't really need to worry about defense. They just put up so many points, it didn't matter. But with that many attempts on offense, you got to assume Davion got it, right? Really? He's a waste. He had so much potential with how fast he was, and he's like, yeah, well, I'm not really liking this whole $1 million earned type of thing. I prefer to just, not work here anymore. Because that's basically the route he's going. The Chiefs versus the Packers, and the Chiefs win. Obviously, the Chiefs are almost always in there. And look at the cap. Look at the money. It's all gone. It is all gone. DevOps, Devontae. Really? Jalen Hurts doesn't go to star for 4th in touchdowns? I'm sorry, boys, but we're cheating. Accept it. Okay, I'm not guaranteed that he's even going to be the QB for the whole thing, but he's going to star here. I won't force the superstar. Maybe that's what we'll do going forward. If we feel like someone deserves to go up in dev, we'll force the dev as long as it's not superstar or better. There's a lot where you deserve to go to superstar and they don't, and we do, but, I suppose we just won't do that, I guess, going forward. Slay obviously regressed a little bit. Unfortunately, Maddox does not go up in dev. Eric Wilson does. Didn't plan on signing him because he doesn't really do anything well, right? Like, he's okay in speed, but his block shed's only 73. His coverage is okay, but, I mean, there's nothing really, like, insane about him, right? I don't know. I just... doesn't really, like, get me going. Also, we're broke. Is there even anyone we can actually get rid of to save money? So Hargrave, that's a contract that I think that the Eagles will be paying attention to very closely in real life. Siamalu, maybe you can trade him off for like a 5th or a 6th. Guards aren't easy to get. I mean, linemen in general aren't easy to get. That's why anytime one of them goes to free agency, they always get paid. We may have to get rid of Hargrave, and I think we will automatically trade Siamalu. Like, he's old anyway. He's like 28, normal. There's not really much you can do with him. He's not even a starter at this point. But yeah, we have about $6 million. I think we can... Oh, Anthony Harris is here. He's so slow. Yeah, this team is devolving. Eric Wilson is not crazy more than he was before, but yeah, I mean, I just don't think we can afford him. We're letting a lot of guys go here. We are, we're devolving here. We're debuilding. But once again, you got to remember we do have 3 first-round picks. I don't know if it actually shows you on the front screen what picks you have, but I do not want to be spoiled. I lied, I want to be spoiled. 2nd and 6th, and it's not even our own picks. I'm not saying that the Colts and Dolphins aren't 2nd and 6th bad, but that is surprising. This guy was the Heisman winner, but yeah, I don't care what you want. I ain't going to draft you. Like, look at this guy. He's way better to draft if you're going to go for someone like that, even though he has coverage anyways. Pick 2 overall. Like, man, Jalen Hurts wasn't that bad, but when are you going to be picking 2 overall? Like, it's not a common thing. And, of course, I've seen so many god-tier corners, and there just isn't one when we actually have a pick to use to get one. Oh, it's so harmful. It's harmful for my freaking happiness. And these 2 corners that look probably the best available are the slower side. 5.5. Like, a 4.55 is kind of rough. Jason Thomas may still be worth taking, but that is high for a freaking, non-guarantee. Like, that's a very raw-looking corner. All I know is if we don't land at least 3 hit-ins at position of need, it's a sell. I'll just call it out now. It's a sell. We have a couple of safeties here. That's big stuff. 5'9", man. We do not want that many slow guys or short guys. I think we'll do well. Oh, I will say the quarterbacks aren't looking good anyways, so maybe we don't really have much of a choice even if we wanted one. Ooh, 4.43 though. That is some speed. So we don't, have the money to do any of this free agency stuff. Chris Godwin would be a crazy target to come here, but yeah, it's just not worthy for us. J.C. Jackson, I think, is kind of clear-cut now in real life that he will be the guy going forward, which he is a very good corner, in fairness. There's some decent names here, but I just don't think, unless it's a middle linebacker, we should spend the tiny bit of money we have. We need to try and get out of this cap hell rather than get further into it. All right, Detroit very well could take this corner, and if they do, I mean, what can I do? I'm not going to trade up for a cornerback at pick 1. I mean, he's good, but he's not good enough to do that stuff. Hopefully they don't take him. If they don't, I'm going to be taking him, so hopefully they just take like a QB or something. And they do. So Brandon Tiller, the Giants have a lot of needs. Corner is kind of up there. I would say that this edge rusher makes more sense for them, but you know what? Cornerback is a massive need for this team. I'm going to go for Jason Thomas with pick 2. Please be hidden. And, ooh, screw your reach. 77 overall hidden's a win. And look at the speed. He's actually insane. I'm glad we went with him. I almost didn't because, once again, I've seen players that go even after this, like pick 4 or 5, and they're like A+ man, B+ freaking zone, literally the second coming of Prime Woodson, and he's like, no, that wasn't with him, but he was still really good, so it worked out. Pick 6, I do not think we're going to be taking a player, though. Don't get me wrong, there's some good players here, but we can wait. Max Cole I absolutely want, so I think I'm going to go down to 17 and hope that he is there because this is way too high of a pick to use, especially on a safety, in my opinion. We can get a lot for this pick. So we gave up pick 6 in Suamalo for 17, 49, and 69 from Baltimore this year. It was almost a dead even trade with them giving 5 points of value higher, but They said, no, we need more. And I hope if that safety goes before us, dude. If that safety is gone, I'm going to be so mad because he looks solid and he's still there. Huge need. Looks great. New free safety coming up. 80 overall. The #1 player in the entire draft. Oh my, he's fast. He is a fast individual. Automatic starter. Huge win. All right. I mean, there's probably positions that we've sold on. We could have done better, but I am absolutely happy with the way this has started, without a doubt. Now, this guy looks really good. The problem is, early second talent grade, we could really use a wide receiver. Do we really want a guy, though, that is built similarly, or, you know, kind of a similar style player to the rest of the guys we already have? I don't know, but this Spellman guy looks insane. I may just go down until one of them are gone. Also, can't lose this guy. We need an edge technically going forward. I mean, I guess, but yeah, we can't lose him. He looks really good. Spellman goes first. I don't know if I can risk it on the other guy. I don't know, and he's gone. So 74 overall. I don't know if he was good or not. I just can't. I can't, dude. I just, you know. I also still kind of believe in Jalen Hurts a little bit. Just a tiny bit. We still at least have our #1, and we do have some other options later, like Donovan Hardy. You know, not quite as good as the guy that we just passed on, but, I mean, decent enough, right? But yeah, we have a lot of good players still left. We don't need a corner anymore, technically. If Maddox has to play #2 for a year, that's fine. McCullers, maybe a little early, but is it worth taking him now? Nah, we need an edge, but not that bad. I think we can move down for like 8 picks or something, and if he's there still, we can take him. Try to get as much value as we can, because there are some insane players in this draft. Like, some of those names I've seen, I mean, they look insane, man. Big W trade. We trade 21, a 7th, and Nixon for 29, 93, and 110. Which Carolina ends up taking a good guard. I had him on my list, and then I saw the other guys. I saw that a lot of the guys we already have won't be gone anytime soon because they're superstar. I was like, you know what? I'll leave him off the list. Why not? That guy looked like a bona fide starter. So, I mean, they did a good job. But yes, McCullers is still the guy. He's absolutely the guy. Roman McCullers. Outside, he may even start this year. We'll see. Roman McCullers, be good. 77 hidden. This is, I get it. We had a very good amount of top-tier picks to work with because of Philadelphia in real life, but I don't know, especially if a couple of these guys have decent dev, if we can beat this draft. This has been really good. We traded 49, 117, and 139 for pick 39. And let me tell you, this is a decent-looking player that we're going to be going for. A defensive tackle, especially if we can get rid of Hargrave. He should be the #2 already. Look at this dude. He can play edge. Please be good. Normal dev, but you can't argue with the talent, right? Look at how good he is. Like, he literally looks like one of those edge types that literally, like, you could decide which style you want. Like, honestly, with how good this draft class looks, I may be willing to trade up almost anything from next year. I really might. Like, this is a sick looking draft class. Like, it is absolutely nuts. Like, look at this guy. He's ours. Welcome to the squad. Oh, God. Never mind. I mean, he can start in the future. He's still really talented, but I'm going to be honest. I thought that was a clear-cut hidden, and he wasn't. Let's go to the next round. I think we're going to have to draft a little bit for need, as we have, like, no middle linebackers. Like, I mean, just any coverage linebacker at all. We're going to take Tommy Edwards. This was the guy. Tommy Edwards looks decent. Please be good. Yes, hidden. Been having a little bit of issues with drafting hidden development linebackers lately. Absolute win there. And once again, we might have to start trading up again because I think we still do need a safety. And there's, once again, another really good safety, Thaddeus Elston. Offensive line, I mean, this guy looks all right. But, I mean, the talent grade was worse in the center, and our center was normal. So you just don't really know what you're going to get. Safety is a need. Gonna grab him right now. We're going to go to the Colts. I don't care. I really hope Brandon Graham's number wasn't crazy high. But pick 85, a 5th next year, and Graham for pick 70. That's about fair. We ended up getting a safety, hoping for the best here. He looks like one of those guys where even if he's normal, you have a lot to work with. So hoping for the best. We get, and he is normal. I had a feeling, and yeah, I mean, really good hit power, decent speed and all that. Just needs to get the zone up a little bit. It'd be good. This has been basically the perfect draft. I don't know what the devs are. They could all be star. I don't care. We are drafting so much need right now. This guy, I don't know how good he's going to be, but we need him. We just need him. Derek Culpepper, normal, 70 overall. Very usable, especially in a user league, but kind of rough out the gate. I don't know how he's going to develop, so I'm just going to Just going to chalk that up as needed him. Hope for the best. Wide receiver, that 3-cone and the 20-yard looks rough, but everything else looks pretty decent. He is 23, so I'm hoping for hidden, and we do not get hidden. Normal development traits. You know, we got a brand new Arcega Whiteside. Oh, what is up? Ooh, and I will admit, I did sell a little bit. There was a very solid-looking guard, and I didn't get him because he went earlier than I expected. And they actually just took the DT. Was that DT not like a 7th-round selection? I just didn't want to trade up because I was like, oh, well, we already traded with the Colts. Kind of unrealistic to trade multiple times with the same team, right? And they didn't care. They took our guy, and unfortunately, we're still going to be trading up, though. We're going to be trading Hargrave off for, I don't know, one of the guys, I suppose. Hargrave, they can't afford him? Are you guys serious? A 5th-round pick straight up for Hargrave would have been perfect. Really? I'll take Jesse Davis. Watch it like, no, we want him. Yeah, they not even they want him. Could never have too many edge rushers. Zach Meadows is going to be the pick, and 69 overall. Ooh, he's actually really solid. That's actually a very usable player. High stamina on top of it. You know, good finesse, good block shed, speedy. Strength's a little low, but it looks pretty good. And we make a trade up with the Giants for our final selection of the draft, which is that center. You never know. Could find a little sneaky hidden late here, which would be kind of clutch. Anthony Hughes, why not? And he's not. I thought with that low overall, maybe. Not bad, but yeah, definitely not someone we are going to be using. But we landed a ton of starters. The defense, which is the main issue around here, absolutely got attended to. I don't think we really added too much for next year, which is a little bit of an L because obviously we had 3 first-round picks. Keep the love going, keep the wealth going. But nope, we said screw the cap. We're taking everybody. But once again, we landed some talented individuals. Jason Thomas, the hidden development corner. Please just be an X Factor and make me feel good. Just do the thing, dude. Just do the thing. And he is star, but he's obviously very good. I think he's already the number 2. Max Cole, automatic free safety. I like him a lot. Looks insanely talented. Get him to free safety. Number 24 looks pretty cool. And also star. But once again, a really talented player. I mean, with that overall, you can't really ask for much, right? Like, it's, well, what do you want? Superstar and an 80 overall. Like, how much do you need, you know? But McCullers, Roman McCullers, also star. Yeah, a little bit of an L there, but that's fine. Anyone at all going to be superstar? This would be the clutch. Oh, I forgot he was a normal dev. Damn it. I was about to say this would have been clutchest. And then I believe the only other freaking hidden was Edwards. Obviously, I want to take a look at some of the other guys that we passed on, but I mean, I'm all right with it. Even if it does, which it seems to appear that way, everyone was only star. Yeah, I'm still happy with it. A really good draft regardless. Lots of starters right out the gate. Anyone else? What do we have? There was a wide receiver. There's multiple. So here's Spellman. Oh, dodged a bullet. Dodged a bullet. Because, yeah, I mean, that's not... Okay, that sucks. That's bad for them. Will Johnston. Ooh, he was hidden. 6'3", super fast, aggressive catch, but all the other traits suck ace. If he is a superstar or an X Factor, I'm going to be the opposite of happy, I will admit. And he's only star. Okay, fair enough. So, I mean, realistically, we had a great draft. There wasn't anyone that we, like, missed on. You know, there's pretty much everyone was about the best you could get. So here's the roster for year 2. It is actually looking really good when you consider Miles Sanders getting to superstar and Smith getting an X Factor and us cheating for Hurts. Obviously, Smith started at star, and now he's already an 82. Almost 83. With X Factor, he looks really solid. Offensive line. Would have liked to have that center as hidden, but, I mean, we'll take what we can get. And what else we have? Defense. Bunch of star development guys starting. Obviously, McCullers will start for probably Barnett in the future. Sweat looks like he has, more of a chance to be great. And then linebackers, I mean, hopefully Culpepper gets something done. There's more to get, more to draft, more to get from free agency. At least we, kind of solved the cap issue a little bit, and we have some boots on the ground, I guess I would say. And the biggest dev up we've gained so far by a mile, Dallas Goedert is a superstar. The most unlikely thing I was expecting in this entire rebuild, and it happened. That is massive. So we have some re-signings. Fletcher Cox is one of them, and he's my guy. I'm never going to let a fresh, young enough Cox go away, right? Like, I think it's a good decision to keep Cox around as much as possible. It just brings up your mood when you see, he's kind of on the bigger side, so, a big Cox just sitting there, it gets you happy, and it makes you feel good. Anyone else? Randomer, Jason Kelce, if he's still here, I'll give him the deal, but I'm just saying. There we go, Elston getting to star, and that's why you don't mind getting normal development players. I almost said trade players, that's why it sounded weird. Especially at safety, it's a very common dev up. 20K is huge. So we did not have a very good season, like at all. We went 6-11, and it was way worse before then. We were like 1-10 or something. Won a bunch of games at the end. Must have been like really easy opponents. Cowboys, I guess. Vikings aren't really that. Those are kind of tough teams. But yeah, not the season we were expecting to have, especially after a pretty solid one. We'll take a look at how good Jalen Hurts was. May have to go with the new QB. Really? What happened? I didn't change a thing. We just made our team better on defense. That's all we did. What is a really good season from Jalen Miller? What is going on? I would not be able to tell you what's going on. I have no idea what just happened. Like, why do we suck? Got Defensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year anyways. That was just a waste of a season. That was awful. Packers in back-to-back Super Bowls and losing back-to-back, this time against the Ravens. Let's take a look at what our team looks like. So, DevOps, not even Rager, unfortunately. Defensively, Elston is the hero around here. He's better than the free safety that started with Hidden. He's superstar. He's a god. He's a freaking beast. Defensively, elsewise, McCullough is like the same overall as Barnett, basically. Cam Thomas, or Jason, I don't know why I said Cam Thomas. Jason Thomas, not super great. Edwards is already hidden. I would have thought he would have went up way higher in overall, but he didn't. It's okay, though, even though we sucked. I still feel like we made some progress. So we have $60 million in cap space. Jason Kelce is going to say sorry, but I don't want to rejoin unless I give him like 12 mil. There you go. Dillard, it didn't work out. Same with Arcega Whiteside. But everyone else is pretty much signed. We have a little bit of money as well left over to try and get someone new, perhaps. If I were to guess what we need the most, this is kind of tough. I'd say if there's a decent wide receiver 2, we just move on from Rager, or Rager just slides down to number 3, and he's just a slot wide receiver. We could use a new number 1 corner. Thomas could be the guy in the future, but the future's not now. And then an outside linebacker wouldn't hurt. But overall, I feel like we have a lot of the pieces for the future intact. It's just we actually have to see them develop. But let's go right into it. See if there's anyone halfway decent in free agency for once. Obviously, there were some pretty decent players there last time. But if someone like Jair Alexander is there, it would be kind of clutch. Because, of course, in real life, I don't know if I see them being able to afford him. And no, Aaron Rodgers would be a cool name. Speaking of, same team. A lot of Packers players in there, just not the ones we wanted to see. Really, really wanted to see Jair there. He's not. Hardman could be gone in the future. This is kind of like, Hardman's kind of like the guy that I feel they wanted Rager to become, almost. I feel like this is a really good decision. I'm going to go for him. I don't care. I'm really surprised they didn't keep him. Can we afford him? Tampa as well. That's like a huge competitor getting him as well. So it'd be like taking away and giving to us. I think that's a double win. It's a little expensive, but a 5-year 62 is perfectly fine for a guy with 99 speed. We still have Slay on contract. Fuller is good, but he'll regress even harder than Slay, technically, because, same age pretty much, same overall, but no superstar. So realistically, I think you just save money from free agency, because Greedy Williams can't start right away, so it'd be kind of dumb for us to go for him. I feel like we're just going to be saving our money here. Like, there's really not much for us to spend on, which is really unfortunate. Like, we could pay Cole Holcomb, but it's a lot of money for a guy that's, like, literally just an 80 overall. He's nothing crazy. A 2-year 20, though? Nah. The worst part is we're kind of on our last legs here with our offensive line, and Conklin's a good piece, but we don't... Actually, can we get rid of Lane Johnson right now? Because if we can, I think you try to get rid of Lane Johnson, and then you go for Conklin. Because you probably get, like, a 3rd round off of Lane Johnson anyways, still, maybe? From a team at least that's ready to go. We can't, dude. How much did they give him? Come on, man. So we ended up getting McCole Hardman on that 5-year 62. The sad part is I seen a really solid third-round wide receiver. Still will obviously grab him, but a little disappointed that we didn't just, maybe pull the offer and work with that guy instead, but who knows? Maybe we'll sell and miss him anyways. All right, so we have pick 6 in the draft. I'm going to be honest with you. There is a solid-looking quarterback that I just do not think you could pass on. Oh, my Lord, if he's even there. The Lions take another quarterback, apparently. If there's any other quarterbacks there, I will trade down. If not, that guy just won the Heisman, by the way. If there's not, I might just take him. So obviously we have Dave Guy. What about the other quarterbacks? Ooh. There's the risk of a trade-up, but we have Jalen Hurts. He just didn't play. Nah, look at the teams behind us, dude. Washington and Buffalo, we're taking this guy. Dave Guy, late first talent grade, unfortunately, but he's a mid-first projection. I really do not know what to expect, but he has better throw power. He's going to be faster than Jalen Hurts. This is a good decision, I think. Please don't be normal. Yes, he's hit in development, automatically just as good as Jalen, better because he's faster. This is a win, and I don't care what his dev is. I'm trading Jalen Hurts for a mid-second. Please don't take a quarterback, Washington, because I want you to take our quarterback. Thank you. Somehow Jeff McQueen is still there. So is Jason Sheldon. I think we're going to bolster up this offensive line here somehow, some way, making these plays. So we're going to go to the Cardinals pick. I'm going to be taking that with pick 6 in the second round. I don't know how we're going to do this, though. Do I have to give him a full third next year? Like, I don't want to... I don't know, dude. Like, we need this player, right? The O-line's... It's an important position. And our guys are dying. Like, our tackle's going to die. Center's going to die. Guard's going to die. We need all the help we can get. And we could use 2 linemen. So we'll think about it. We'll think about going up and trying to get the other guy too. But this McQueen guy looks like a can't miss. Like, he's a mid-first. Looks really good. If he's hidden, I'm happy. He is. We win. Thank you. So we give up Jalen Hurts for what I feel is fair. Jalen Hurts for pick 39 and a 5th-round pick. I think that's probably fair, right? We trade 39 and Hughes for 33. Hughes was a decent center that we drafted last year, a little late, kind of like a 4th or a 5th-round pick. I can't remember. But we're going to be taking another lineman at pick number 1 in the second round. Ooh, we also have this guy. We're going to lose so many players if we don't trade up hard. I'm willing to give up a second round next year. I am. Jason Sheldon, that's our pick. Be another hidden, please. Okay, lower overall than I thought once again, but hidden, definitely more raw than the last guy, but obviously both guys will be sitting for the first year anyways, so, plenty of time to work with. I knew it. There was a cornerback taken by the Saints, 66 overall. I was like, this is our time. We should trade up, and I didn't. I should have, and I didn't. God dang it, dude. Sweet, and I'm not trading up with the Cowboys. That is an L, dude. That is... Oh, it's such an L. Even if he's normal, it's still like a really bad sell by us. Let's trade our second round next year for that wide receiver. I mean, wide receiver's not even that big of a need, but with that guy being that good, oh, damn, dude. How are they projecting us to do so well, yet we just sold? Whatever, taking a 5th round we gained from Hurts, and we will end up taking that wide receiver. We're going to move our 6th round pick, or our pick 6 to the late 2nd to grab a middle linebacker, and then whatever happens, happens. You got to grab a guy when he looks that talented. McLean. Oh, you don't, maybe. Maybe you don't, because, I mean, he's very good, very talented user, but, wow, that's a sell. That is the biggest sell I've ever seen. Had a 77 overall cornerback lined up, missed him, and bam. I had pick 18 in my head. I was like, that's where we're going to trade up, and, we didn't. Of course, I'm going to be trading with the Texans now. Last time we were like, oh, well, let's not trade back-to-back with a team. It costed us. I don't remember how good he was. He was a DT, I believe. I don't remember. I don't even want to think about it. Just going to move on. 6th and a 7th next year. That should be enough. It is. 5 spots to grab a middle linebacker who should hopefully replace Davion Taylor. And hopefully he's hidden because he looks decent enough. Alex Lynn, pretty solid agility and all that. And another normal development. Like I said, I've been struggling with inside linebackers. Really good jump catch, excel in speed, really good agility. I wonder what that change of direction is. He's actually a really good player. You know, disappointed about the normal, but when you see the ratings, you're like, oh, that's actually really good, though. I'll take it. The best part is we have another wide receiver here that's, watch, he's just going to be better. Same overall, waited a whole round later, and he is a better player in general. Nice. Yeah, that cornerback was an absolute sell. Should have had him, didn't. And what was it? The Browns, they get better. Sweet. So punter is more of a issue for us, so we're going to grab the punter, Chase Brown. 70 overall hidden. It's not super exciting that he's our first hidden punter, only because, once again, we had that Montague guy that was, you know, star development trade. We might not have drafted him, but, I mean, I knew because he was, you know, not a real-life player and he was hidden, or star dev when we got him, that obviously it existed, unfortunately. Kind of spoiled it for ourselves, but still pretty sick. To get a hidden development punter, I'll take him. We make some random trade to grab one more draft pick. 7th round pick to grab a fullback who actually looks pretty good. Could get a freaking hidden fullback here too. We do not. Pat Reed, really solid though. Look at that. He's got decent truck ability, really good blocking. Wish that strength was a little higher, but it's perfectly fine. Now, the moment of truth, did we sell? I mean, even if he's a star, he still has a higher ceiling than Hurts by quite a bit, and we don't have to pay him technically because he's already gotten paid just now. But, yeah, I mean, it'd be nice to have higher than star, right? Dave Guy, 5'11", 220. A little bit of questionability there, but 220, I suppose, is nice. And Superstar wearing number 7. Okay, I mean, that's something. Jeff McQueen, going to be the new probably guard or tackle. I don't know what position he can play. What's his height? He is 6'5", 324. I kind of like him as a tackle. So tackle of the future, star development trait. And then I believe the only, well, the punter as well, but the only other hidden we got technically was Jason Sheldon. Going to stay at right guard. 6'4", 310. Might actually be the better build at tackle. Is a star dev. So wins. No like superstars. Well, I mean, the quarterback actually was really sick at superstar. But yeah, Chase Brown, hidden development. What do we got? Superstar? Give it to me. X Factor. Star. Okay, I mean, we'll take it. Let's take a look. Was it the Browns that took the corner? I think they did. I don't know why I just gravitated to that spot. Was it not the Browns? Who was it? God dang it, dude. Close enough. The Bengals. He was normal, but obviously still a really good player. I suppose at normal we don't really need him that badly, but yeah, I mean, it's still a sell because our wide receiver was really bad. We give up Watkins and Hardy for pick 79 from the Patriots. It is now year 3, and we have a brand new quarterback, which seems to happen a lot during these Eagles rebuilds. But, hey, we have a guy that looks like the absolute future, and if he's not, I'll be sad. That's all I can really tell you. Offensive line, Mailata, how old is he now? Obviously, he's, you know, signed for life, basically. Dickerson needs a contract soon. Smith will need a contract soon. Rager needs one this year. We'll probably just let him go. I mean, it's okay. I wouldn't say we're built to win a Super Bowl this year, but we have the pieces in place. It's kind of like, I don't know, it feels like it's longer than a 5-year, but we'll see. We'll see. I would have loved to get a new linebacker that's hidden, but we didn't get one. We have enough talent to potentially make the playoffs and the Super Bowl, but once again, I wouldn't bet on it. So we have some signings to do. I do not think Derek Barnett's going to get the re-signing. I mean, he's not a bad player. It's just we have better. Kelsey's going to probably retire. Same with Slay, and even if he doesn't, he's probably going to be too low of an overall to start. I mean, we have a lot of money again. I'm just hoping somebody decent comes around in free agency. We can get like a franchise corner in free agency. Like if Jair is there, I am absolutely sending everything at him. I think if we lose, we miss the postseason. And we did lose, and we did miss the postseason. Dave Guy did go off, but look at this. Like, 4 straight losses there. You know, I'm just saying. But let's take a look at the stats, see what we came up with. Dave Guy went absolutely off. I put the Chiefs playbook on, like, near the second part of the season when we were struggling. We put up some numbers. We just didn't, you know, make the playoffs. Really good job by Hardman. You know, should go to Superstar. Devontae was decent. Goddard was decent. Sanders was pretty good across the board. O-line was kind of rough. Defensively, about 4 guys with 100 tackles plus, which is actually kind of rare. Miller, another 10-plus sack season. Watch, you still won't go to star. Sweat, 8 sacks. McCullers, only 5.5. You know, he sat his whole year 1. I would like to see a little bit more out of him, but I guess not. Good kicking, but yeah, another missed playoff season heading on to year 4, but a really good year anyways. Guy was number 2 in MVP. He was the player of the year on the NFC side, though, and the offensive rookie of the year, of course. Best quarterback, best wide receiver we got. I mean, that's got to be a lot of XP for Guy. Super Bowl, Chiefs versus the Cowboys. So, no, not 3 straight Super Bowls. 2 out of 3 Super Bowls the Chiefs go to. They win 34-28. Let's take a look at what happened on the season. Did our quarterback go to X Factor? I think he had to, right? I think he had to, and he did. He has 7 upgrade points. Hardman goes to Superstar. This is a deadly-looking offense. However, our offensive line looks like it may die, so we'll see what happens there. Defensively, McCullers. Miller is still only normal dev. What is going on here? Are we serious? I think I have to force it. I'm sorry. 1 rookie of the year, didn't get it with 10-plus sacks. 10-plus sacks again, still not star. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. But at least we see that Alex Lynn goes to star. He had a breakout for a camp breakout, actually, and he sold. But the team looks all right. We just have a couple of spots that are going to be getting worse. But we have a lot of youth at pretty much every position. Negotiations, I don't care what Kelsey's overall is. I don't care what he's asking for. We're replacing him. He's a good player, but I think it's time for that normal dev center to take the reins. And I think it's time for all these guys to go. I'm just hoping, once again, Jair is there. Is somebody good at cornerback? I don't even care how old they are. We need them. And I freaking did not skip. I did not go to actual free agency. Way to go. $65 million. What can we work with? Justin Tucker. Okay, that's not great. Derrick Henry. Peters is our best option for cornerback. You have got to be kidding me. I suppose it would be Bradbury over him, actually. But, wow. Talk about a disappointment. All this money once again. And then they let Hurts go. I mean, he's a lot of money, but really, Washington? He's the best thing to come in there. I don't know. I would absolutely re-sign him if I'm them. So we did get Bradbury, which is a very, very huge win. Obviously, the new number 1 corner here. Thomas really hasn't developed, especially as a pick number 2 overall. Really, was it pick 2? I think it was. Really hasn't developed that fast at all, and it's really disappointing, but what can you do? So there's no one really available that, you know, solves something that we need to fix, like, right away. This guy looks absolutely nuts, but do I see him as a starting DT? I don't know. We also have Ben Price, who looks really good. We need a new DT for the future. I feel like Price fits that better. We'll see if Roy Medlock was actually good, but I think we're actually just going to trade down. No second-round pick. We have to take someone in the second round because there's a middle linebacker there. Let's see what we can get, you know? So I know it's interdivisional, but there's really no other trade that's as good, so we're going to just trade down to the Giants. Seems like it is this division, if any division, that does this a lot, and they went for a wide receiver. It's not that big of a deal. Usually, Medlock goes there, but usually when you see a trade, as long as it's not a quarterback, you don't feel bad, right? Like, you're interdivisional, you're like, okay, well, they didn't get a franchise quarterback under my account, so I'm happy. We did our job. Oh, I didn't even not know he was an early second. Thankfully, we didn't go too far. Darren Burns, that's the choice. And another normal dude. Absolutely scammed. I just can't find a good middle linebacker. It's hard to find good help around here. Well, we can go to our next pick, which is a late second-round pick because our guy is a mid-third DT. Hopefully he's good because he will be the future at the number 2 DT spot once Fletcher Cox is gone after this year. So I'm not saying this is the year to do it, but it would be nice to do it because obviously Cox is going to be gone. And hey, Ben Price, at least we're hitting on DTs because, well, I guess the other one was normal as well. But yeah, that's a pretty big win. You know, DT has been really hard for me to get hit in for. Same with linebacker, unfortunately. Haven't solved the linebacker one. O-line, Kevin Fisher is a late third. Do you maybe trade up for him? And I don't know, dude. There's so many good linemen to go around. It's very hard to say what's worth it or not. Yeah, I mean, we got Dakota McClain. We're going to take him. Hidden development, thank you. Damn it, another normal. We've had a very 50-50 drafting situation. We've been very good, and we've also been kind of selly. Maybe Philly has a good reason not to go for inside or coverage linebackers high, because it sure as hell hasn't worked out for us, I'll tell you that. A lot of high linebackers, and they've all been kind of normal. I know one guy we got was hidden, and he turned out pretty well, but everyone else kind of trash. Terrell Rutherford, I think we have a long time with Goddard still, but this guy looks really talented. You can never hurt to have a good backup. 74 overall normal. Definitely a good player, definitely usable, but for us, I don't see it happening. And we have nothing left. I mean, it's probably not the most realistic thing in the world to have no draft picks past the 4th round, but I mean, we got pretty much everything we wanted off our draft board, so we're just going to take the Lions' 4th round pick next year. Yeah, not my proudest draft. I can admit that. Not the greatest draft. So only one hidden development trait player, unfortunately. Ben Price. Let's see it. Just give me the word. I know it's going to be star. It's going to be a really bad draft. Star. Damn it, dude. Let's take a look at how that Jaguars guy looked. Hopefully he wasn't hidden. He just has normal dev written all over him because he's so talented. Medlock is hidden. Okay, that's a great start for us. I will say very low in strength, especially for a DT. Super fast, not really built to play DT at all. Kind of like a Calais Campbell type here. Let's take a look. His development is, of course, it's superstar. I'm so happy. We officially have the starting roster for Season 4. Of course, Dave Guy kind of went off right away like a beast. As far as everyone else goes, I mean, the team just looks really good, obviously. We probably will be losing Brooks and Johnson after this season, I suppose. But that's fine because we have Sheldon, we have McQueen. Maybe we, replace the centers at some point. We tried, didn't work out. I mean, the team looks great on offense. Defensively, we do have some positions to fill. Of course, Burns, we're going to start because he's a rookie. He's 3 years younger than Culpepper. Culpepper looked kind of rough. Of course, Burns' coverage is really bad, I will admit. Bradbury's the new name here for the #1 spot at corner. Safeties look great. The D-line looks pretty good. How good is Josh Sweat now? And he is pretty damn solid, actually. 91 finesse. Might even need a contract this year. Probably let Fletcher Cox go. Kind of depends on if he's even here or how good he is after the season is over. And, I mean, that's pretty much it. 86 overall could be like a 90 legit or maybe 89 by the end of the season. And then you have the morale boost. It could be our year, although it's the Eagles roster name, and EA hates them. Oh, we got some re-signings. Devontae Smith is obviously a god-tier wide receiver, so we're going to give him a 6-year. He'll be here till he is 31. We are going to go with Sweat. That's actually a very good contract. I will take that every day of the week. Let's go with that. A 3-year, 39. Landon Dickerson obviously is going to get a contract. 5-year deal worth surprisingly only like 32, which is, I mean, it's not... Oh, okay, relax. But it's not great for him, but he's also, kind of on the lower overall side. I mean, I guess lower overall side. Kicker we got for another 2 years. We can afford everyone. Once again, I'm hoping someone like Jair hits free agency. Come on. Hit some damn free agency because we have tons of money and nowhere to put it. So, I mean, if Cox is anywhere higher than like an 86, he probably gets the contract. And you know what? If he's actually willing to play on this, I'm willing to keep him. Like, a 1-year 12 is almost impossible to get a DT back on. Even if he's like an 86, 87, it's usually that or more. But yeah, we're kind of cooking. Brooks is probably going to be gone in general, so I'm not really worried about it. Ooh, yo! I put his freaking salary up to 5.5. He said no. Excuse me, pal. Really? That's how we're playing it. Okay. It's an L for us, but I mean, I'll deal with it, I guess. And I'm going to be honest with you, I kind of forgot about this. I'm hoping he somehow got it. Good effort. Not great. Do we want to go for a little bit of realism out here, even though if I was Kenneth Gainwell, I'd be looking for a starting job? I'm going to go with a 3-year 9 for Kenneth Gainwell. Feed your family. You're set for life. I don't know if I'd take it, to be fair. I'm not like a good player or anything like that. But yeah, I'm a great one. Uh-oh. We're in the playoffs, which is not an uh-oh. It's a good. But one last hurrah. Is this Brandon Brooks? Oh, it's Lane Johnson. Let's take a look at those stats. You can already see Dave Guy was second on the list, even though Mahomes was way ahead at #1. Really good season, though. Miles Sanders was decent. Devontae was solid. Goddard was pretty solid. Hardman was, he was okay. Snow was decent for a number 3/4. Sanders, pretty good receiving. Look at the defensive numbers. Burns with 135, 115 for Edwards. Sack totals 12 for Cox, 10 for Miller. The DT's going off. McCullers 9.5, or McCullers. It would be very, very clutch to win a Super Bowl here, because I'm not saying we're restarting, because we do have a pretty good squad, but I mean, we're kind of just like working backwards most of these seasons, right? Like, we gain a good couple of players that'll be good for the future, but then we lose like 2 players that are good starters now, and it's very hard to keep up, and it's just an L. We got the Defensive Rookie of the Year with Darren Burns. Could be a star dev, best wide receiver, and nothing else. All right, going to the end of the game, going against Minnesota, who has, I believe, Mac Jones at quarterback, which is a very interesting name drop. 7-all. Entering halftime, down nothing. Really good drive there right at the end. 14-all. Huge touchdown rushing. They get a touchdown. This is a close game. I don't like it. Down 7. I don't like it. Tied up. Oh, offense looking good. Are they going to do it? Playing a little conservatively, but EA. Why? Why do you do this? Like, really? That's what we're doing? That's their ball, too. I'm not losing this. So, like, oh, good job. So, like, just win. Hell yeah. Screw your sim. EA is rigged. EA is rigged. Of course, Dave Guy did not actually play as good as Drew. Oh, it's Drew Lock. I thought it was Mac Jones. Why did I think it was Mac Jones? Okay, well, that's interesting. A little more realistic there, I suppose, but at the end of the day, we don't know what it looks like 3-4 years down the line in real life. Rushing was pretty solid for us. Miles Sanders kind of went off with that huge run that he had. Any sack totals? Sweat outplayed Danielle Hunter. Sweat is like basically like a poor man's budget. Danielle Hunter picks. Dantzler got a pick on us. They missed a kick. How long was that kick? 29. Oh, wow. Okay, well, they really didn't deserve to win because they missed that kick. And our guys managed the clock poorly and forced an overtime despite having the win in the bag. Love it. All right, what does Lane Johnson got to say here? We're in the Super Bowl. I think they fixed it, right? I think 2 more wins, we're in the Super Bowl, he said, I believe. So there we go. Keep it going. Like I said, this would be the year to win it. But yet, we're only in 88 overall, so maybe not. They're in 88, we're in 88. I don't know. I mean, it seems like we're always the way higher team. And even then, we don't always win the Super Bowl. So I don't know what to tell you. 5 years is the max regardless. The max we're doing is 5, and it's a close call. Oh, no! Hurry! The biggest sell of all time! Gee, no! That is 100% the biggest sell ever. What happened? L. Oh, no! We're losing! They're clearly cheating. I must restart. That's them again, isn't it? I mean, I didn't even get to see it. Like, that doesn't count. I'm redoing. I'm sorry. I'm redoing it. I literally didn't get to see it. It doesn't count. It just simply doesn't count. And I'll keep it in the damn video. I don't give a damn. I don't care. The truth is here. It's going to be really embarrassing when we lose twice to the same team in Sim in the same freaking, like, week. Saints already up top, 7. Tied up. They're up again by 7. Tied up again. Up by 7 again. Tied up again. Oh! We get the lead of 8. Jesus, does anyone want to play defense? Hopefully not them, because we're looking good. Oh, come on. There you go, Philly. First try and everything. No restarts. Clean as it gets. Wow, that's a lot of points. 52 points. Let's go. Philadelphia putting up some numbers. Obviously, they did as well. Dave Guy kind of outplayed him. He was more accurate, but he did throw that pick. Sanders... Devontae Smith with 5 rushes for a touchdown. What happened to Gainwell? Don't we still have Kenyon Drake? Are we going to start? You guys know Devontae is kind of a small boy, right? He's very tiny. Okay, I mean, let's just risk our best wide receiver to run for like 3 yards per carry. Seems legit. It might have even been less than that. I think it was. I think it was like 2.2. That's what I'm packing. That's a penis joke. We're going on to the championship round, probably against, like, the Cowboys or Packers or the Cardinals, the Panthers. I'm just going to list every team One more win, coach. One more win. We're on our way to the Super Bowl. At least they fixed that. They fixed something. Fixed one thing in the game, I suppose. Let's see it. Championship game. What do we got? It's going to be some god-tier team. The Niners. I did see them play against a lot of teams, and I seen them beat a lot of teams. But we are not a lot of teams. We are the greatest team. We really aren't, like, at all, but that's fun. That's absolutely fun. All the way to the championship game just to fall short, huh? 3-0. Okay defense as we let them drive the entirety of the field for 7. Up by 3, up by 10 now. We get a stop. Up 10 still. Defense doing all right. 24-7. Come on. 31-7. 31-15. It's looking good. We're in the Super Bowl. We get to lose to the Niners. Let's go. If it's anyone but the Niners, that's an absolute W. Let's see how the game went. Trey Lance threw a lot of picks. Dave Guy, kind of different from last game, but still threw 3 touchdowns, was about as accurate as you need. Miles Sanders has kind of went off here in the postseason. 149, I believe, and then 173. Both, I believe, were 2 touchdowns, weren't they? Devontae didn't run the ball as much or at all, if I'm not mistaken. Finally listen to me for once. We just look like the better team overall, and another team that misses a kick against us. I mean, I'm not going to complain about it. What's the morale at? Like 2,000? It's a secret ingredient for a reason. We're a tight-knit group with our minds set on one thing, except for the fact that you're thinking about retirement. So, some of us have our minds on one thing. Some of us have our minds on a beach somewhere, retired and bald. Going against the Colts, actually. It is the Colts. I'm all about it. I'm all about it. And once again, more morale? How high can your morale go? We've got to be max, right? No dev ups. Oh, we did get a dev up. Goddard actually went up in dev. Once again, I'm telling you, you can go from normal to star and superstar to X Factor, but don't you damn dare think about going from star to superstar as a tight end. Otherwise, you will be freaking arrested around here. No other dev ups, though, but I'll take the tight end dev up. Edwards, my guy, gets to superstar dev, which is pretty big because our linebackers kind of suck. Nice. Burns does not go to star. I'm just, whatever, dude. McCullers goes to superstar. We had ourselves a pretty decent season. We've had seasons where we haven't had anything. This is not one of those seasons. If we lose to the Colts, you just don't understand. If we lose to the Colts, all hell will break loose. I'm going to leave it all out there, coach. This is going to be my last game. It's like, either way, I'm driving away after this. And boy, is our coach tall. Makes Lane Johnson look like a freaking midget. I mean, little person. I don't know what they, I would like to be called a midget, as if I was, like, small. But that's just me. I get you can't, just put that label on everyone. He's canceled. This, whatever. Why am I even trying? Every coach's dream is to hoist the Lombardi Trophy as confetti rains down. Yeah, from the actual Earth's crust, by the way, because that's where the confetti comes from when it's in Madden. What would a win mean to you? Everything. I should say just the beginning, because every time we go everything, we lose anyways. But we'll see. Maybe this is our year. I don't know. Probably not. And Darren Burns has an upgrade point. Let's get some coverage all over the place. Plus 1 temp, plus 2 to morale, minus 1 speed, up to excel. Can we get this under, control here? There's too many words. All right, Super Bowl time. Come on, Philly. Come on, Philadelphia. This is a team that is, never wins it, ever. And I think it's probably because they stick with Jalen Hurts all the way. And Jalen Hurts is not super great for sim. Either is their playbook. So you kind of have to change a few of those things up if you want to win it. And I obviously want to. End of the game, come on, it's the Colts, dude. There you go, 7-0, not a bad start. Defense looks like they're doing their job, but offense is just trying to keep Colts in it. 10-7, 14-10. Once again, I'm telling you, the offense is just selling here. 21-17, 21-23. They missed the extra point. Come on, Philly, wake up! There you go, huge touchdown. It seems defense slow sim is hurting us. Defense does its job, and they're forced to punt it with 4 minutes left. I was about to say for a second, very good decision, but we get the touchdown, and Philly wins the Super Bowl. They are back on top. It's not a Nick Foles situation. It's like a clear-cut, really good quarterback that's done the job. Of course, a lot of really good players around him, and we just barely get Guys like Lane Johnson and Brandon Brooks back to the bowl here, but we've done it. The team is insanely talented. We just didn't really get the overall. Usually when we're at this point, if it takes 4 or 5 years, we usually get to like a 93, 94 or something like that, but 88, 89, not as great pure overall-wise, but really good team. It just comes down to the linebackers, man. Got the Philadelphia curse, but we ended up with some okay ones, right? Like way better than the starting ones, I suppose, but yeah, I was hoping for something a little bit better. I was hoping for like some god linebacker. We finally got one, a superstar there at the end. It was a little late, but not bad. Sorry, Jalen Hurts. I don't know where he even is at this point because he, was let go from Washington. Contract wasn't crazy bad. I'm surprised they let him go. Maybe poor money management or something. But Tua was the starting quarterback of the Colts, which is very interesting. Dave Guy absolutely just outperformed him by a ton. Of course, completion percentage was lacking a little bit, but overall definitely better. Miles Sanders with a fumble. Really? Are you serious, pal? Snow came in clutch. Hardman was all right. Kind of feel like Hardman really wasn't a part of these posts, this playoffs at all, but obviously gets a Super Bowl win with us. Ben Price. Look at freaking Buckner, though. Odin, McCullers. It was a pretty good team effort. James Bradbury with a pick, who's been kind of silent this season, which I suppose as a cornerback isn't always the worst thing. All right, let's see what Lane Johnson has to say. I've retired on top. See you later, losers. That's what he says. Lane, we couldn't have done it without you, and we wouldn't have accepted sending you off in any other way. You're forever. Well, I mean, we would have. There's not really much we could do, right? Grab the champagne. It's time to party. Oh, look at EA. Oh, EA trying to get everyone to drink alcohol. What a company. Unbelievable. Of course, Lane Johnson ends his career in storybook fashion as a Super Bowl champion. I kind of want to see if Brandon Brooks also retires. Because if he also retires, it's going to be kind of sad because it's like nobody cared that Brooks was leaving. They're like, we only care about the tackle. Who gives a damn? Brandon Brooks, who even is that guy? But maybe Brandon Brooks ain't no little punk, ain't no little loser, no little quitter, and maybe he's sticking around. Let's see. Go to the Eagles. And I guess he is. He's sticking around for another year. I feel like the guards do last a little bit longer in this game. Let's see if he's still there, which I assume he is. He is. He's an 84. What a hero, dude. He's an absolute hero. But obviously that doesn't really matter to us because we out of here. We done with the thing. Let's take a look at some of the overalls. Some OG Eagles here, I suppose. We'll take a look at Miles Sanders and Devontae Smith. We'll take a look at Goddard, obviously the quarterback as well. Devontae Smith came away with what abilities? Grab and smash, which makes literally no sense. I guess rack 'em up, I suppose, would make the most sense. He gets return man, probably jukebox, and then grab and go, I guess. God, that was so awful with those abilities they gave him. Decent speed and all that. Really good route running. Unfortunately, his short route's kind of low. I'd probably rather have the deep route high and the short route, well, the other way. If I could switch the ratings, that'd be great. Really solid looking player. So I guess take a look at Hardman. I mean, he's a 92 overall. He's still young, very fast, very solid. Both similarly built players, but it worked out. We just burned everyone. Miles Sanders, the 96 overall, very solid speed ratings. Trucking and stiff arm never got up there. If this was a user, I would have definitely went that route after his speed and as a juke move and spin move got to a certain overall. What was his abilities? Probably something really stupid, wasn't it? Like bulldozer or something. Running back apprentice and short out elite. I don't know why they think he's a receiving back, but sure. Dave Guy, 94 overall. Really accurate, super fast. Didn't get any speed, excel, or agility upgrades, though, if I'm not mistaken. Omaha, sleight of hand, pocket, deadeye. Nothing for these. Way to go, EA. Love it. Love when you're just not giving players anything. Thankfully, it doesn't matter. Gunslinger, probably a little cheese, but I mean, who gives a damn? And then what else we have? Dallas Goedert. He's a 90 overall. He's an X Factor. Should last, some more years after because of it. Not super great, but he's an X Factor. That's really all you're asking for around here. McCullers does not go up in dev. We had no dev ups. I think we already seen this, actually, right? I'm pretty sure. Edwards, I don't really think it matters. We checked some of these guys, Doesn't really matter. These guys are, guys we drafted, but they're not real-life players. They're not, crazy talents in general anyways. I suppose we can look at Sweat since he's an OG. Sweat with the 95 finesse, really fast, decent strength. That's pretty much it, right? Like, I guess Elston, who was, kind of the guy that we didn't expect to dev up. We would have thought the other guy would have went up first, but this guy went up pretty nicely. Really good hit power, decent speed, okay enough zone coverage, whereas Max Cole, I believe, yeah, he is more in the zone rather than the hit power, and man, is he fast. 94 speed, 96 XL. But that's pretty much going to be it. That's going to be our realistic style rebuild of the Philadelphia Eagles. Let me know what you thought, what we could have done better. I think getting rid of Jalen Hurts was a must. You get that high of a draft pick. You got a guy that's pretty solid looking there. You got to take him. And yeah, there was a couple of players we definitely missed on, but overall, I like what happened, except for the fact that free agency was just garbage. Like, it was so bad. We never got any big names in there other than Devontae, but at that point, we couldn't afford him. It was like year one, right? And we were broke as hell. Finally got some cap and literally no one to spend it on. What a disaster. I think that's probably part of the reason why we are an 89. We probably would have been a little bit higher if we would have been able to get somebody expensive and worth it. We have plenty of money for someone like Jair or, some linebacker or something. They just never showed up. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this one, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new. If you're not new, I appreciate your continued support. It really means a ton. Maybe follow me on Twitter, JeromepkR, second channel PK Plays, and then twitch.tv/JeromepkR for a stream, which you might actually have one later tonight. I don't know, maybe around 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. We'll see. And yeah, if you have a suggestion for another rebuild in the future, another team you want to see that you haven't seen on YouTube, or you just want to see it, a challenge rebuild, blast from the past player idea, experiment idea, whatever it may be, let me know in the comment section below. And that's about it. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video, see ya. That's whoa. Are those things we have to fight? No, well, listen. They are gone. They are dead.
Hey, I recognize this band.
I like this band. They're one of my favorites. I have every album, of course.
Could be worth a trip back to explore.
No, suck my ass. Jump to. I just defied physics. Ninth sister.
A Bronca scrap rat playing jet.
Ew.